I'm joined with Helena, my friend from my conservatory that I joined this year, who is the lead singer of a group called Nodz. And I want her to explain a bit more about the group. First of all, thanks for coming. Thank you for joining me. And thank you again to Madame Zara Asatrian, who is behind the camera, as always. Thank you for her for letting me use her camera. And if you're saying, who is Zara, maybe go watch the first episode that we did of the Selopod with Zuza as her artist name. So, today, with Helena.
Yes.
How are you?
Very good. You?
How do you feel? You've done your first music video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last weekend, yeah.
First music video with your group, Nodz.
Nodz.
So you're the lead singer of Nodz.
Yeah.
First, explain to me maybe what Nodz is. And then, what does Nodz mean? Like, why Nodz? Why that word?
Well.
If it's not a secret.
Nodz? No. Nodz is a band. Yeah. We play soul, pop, funk. We're 7, so it's a big band with a brass section, guitar, piano, quite the show.
Guitar, piano,
bass, drums, trumpet, trombone.
Okay, wow.
And the voice. Yeah, it's cool. So we're a soul, pop, funk band. 7 of us, and we've started playing together 2 years ago. We've played many concerts now, a few festivals, and now we just released our first single, which is called Like a Fool.
Woo.
Yeah,
I'll
very
put it
funky,
here so
very
people can listen.
yeah. We'll put it now.
Cute music. And people can tell along the song. I was gonna ask you, like, on stage, I feel like when you're with 7 people, like, how it feels to be a part of something that big and create music with them.
Honestly, so powerful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And being the singer, being the lead.
That's huge. It's incredible. I feel like I'm a little girl, little kid.
Living a dream.
Living a dream. Just shouting into the microphone.
But shouting as she sings beautifully, by the way. That's one of the reasons I really wanted you on too, because like your voice is so special, I think.
Thank you.
Like you have such a beautiful timbre. Is it timbre?
I think.
Like
Color of voice.
Color of voice is
Yeah.
very special, and it fits perfectly with the group because you would. I think as a singer, when you have like a lot of like a huge section behind you, sometimes you might be overpowered. But I feel like your voice just like takes its place on stage.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
That's cool. It's cool to hear that. It's very.
I was in love when I saw you guys in concert. Really. Especially when you sang in Spanish. And I'm gonna talk about that too because I think that's very interesting. But okay, right now you guys are working on...
Right, so we just released our first single ever.
Okay.
So we've been playing together for 2 years. We've done a few concerts, many
concerts.
a few festivals. It's been really great, yeah. And we released our first single, which had quite a success. I have to say, like on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really cool. And now we're gonna release our second single on 6th of March. Called Volver.
Volver?
Volver, yeah.
What does it mean?
It means literally to come back.
Oh.
And it talks about coming back to a place where you are willing to heal. Sometimes where you're not very well, you just don't want to get better. Like you want it, but you don't want it.
This is what you mean when you write in Spanish, it's way more like intimate. No,
it's more intimate. Yeah, exactly. And
it hits different.
It hits different.
It's not a sad song. It's very it's not a party song either, but it's a good feeling that comes out of it. You listen to it and it feels a bit like liberating, you know. It feels like you can breathe again. And
that's nice.
It's a powerful song, I feel. We have like the brass section is intense. They're very present, and in the chorus, it's like when you're just in your room and you're like, yes, I just want to get better, you know, and it's a bit like that. Like in their cars to say I want to sleep well again, and I
Okay.
want to smile again, and
Can
I
you
want
say
to
that in
want.
Spanish?
Quiero volver a dormir bien.
Claro que puedo muy bien. Okay, no.
And to just want it. Quiero querer.
Mm.
It's a very, it's one of the sentences of the song, and it just, I feel like it's so true. Like sometimes you don't have the energy it takes to heal. It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of willing and of strength, and sometimes it's hard to get even there.
Yeah.
But then when you get there, it's
You're like,
exactly. And it's gonna be very different. So every song we have has a very unique universe for itself, and
Yeah.
I feel like they are all very different, and they tell very different stories.
okay.
Musically, like Czechs, like there's, like this common thing
Yeah.
in the writing, but then musically they are very different.
Okay.
We are inspired constantly by many different genres,
Yeah.
and it's been hard at the beginning. It was hard to like choose one direction. So we
Yeah.
have many of our first songs. They're very different, but I think that we have got to a point where we can have like a common sound,
Yeah.
even though they're different music universes.
Yeah.
It's very weird to
No.
say it like that.
But I understand, because being 7 people,
Yeah.
of course you guys have different Spotify playlists, you guys listen to different
Yeah,
stuff.
very different. Yeah.
And that's why I actually wanted to ask you, because you do a lot of groove soul. How did you guys kind of came into this genre? Was it kind of your common genre?
Honestly, yeah, kind of. We all met in university,
Yeah.
so 2 years ago, and I think the pianist and I, we were in the same class, and one of our teachers, he always started his class by putting some music, and
Okay.
it was mostly groove, soul, funk. I think because he does that, he's a
Oh, yeah.
saxophonist, so
Ah.
he does that. He plays that music a lot, and I think we started talking about that, and when we started playing together, we had that common how do you say that? Common taste.
Yeah, common
Yeah.
taste.
And we naturally started playing soul music, a bit funk. We loved that, and we wanted to do that. But at the same time, we have some bossa. We have some.
I actually really like when
Yeah.
you guys do a bit of bossa, because like it's really nice to groove stuff. Like it's very high energy.
Yeah.
But then I like when you guys also do stuff, even like the more slow, like emotional stuff. Like for me, I always love like a nice sentimental moment. Like it's nice the dancey songs, but
Yeah.
then when everything like pulls back, like for me, I'm like, that's
I
sweet.
feel like a concert has to be
Have all.
like life.
Yeah.
There are moments in which you're feeling amazing, in which you want to dance, you want to go
Yeah.
out, you want to run, and there are moments in which you want to just sit down and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and
Yeah.
just slow down for a little bit. And I think that's kind of something we want to keep doing in our concerts. Have like this very high energy parts, and then
And
this
then go. Yeah.
refreshing and more slow down
Yeah.
moments.
I really love that during your concert you guys had so many like small like kind of like, I don't know what you would call them, but like elements to it that it's not just you singing. It's like there's so much stuff that's happening. The dances, the guitar player who
We
goes
don't dance
into,
a lot.
well, the
Not
guitar
yet,
player,
but
the guitar player who goes into the crowd and stuff,
Yeah.
dancing with the crowd. Like so many like gimmicks I kind of want to say, but like it was so fun. Like it was I don't know if you guys do that every concert, or is it more like a spontaneous thing that happens?
It depends.
Okay.
Some things we do every time.
Okay.
Some things we've been doing concerts in like very different places, so we've been able to repeat some things because the
You
the
see what
crowd
works
were,
and you're
we're different. So you can repeat some things. Then when you play a few concerts in Paris and more or less the same people come, you have
want
to
change it up a bit.
Change,
Of course.
Otherwise
They're
get
gonna be.
bored.
I've seen this before.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Even like the set list. Do you guys think like? Do you guys try to change it up, or are you?
A
like,
little bit, but for now we have been very loyal to our set list for now.
That's good.
Yeah.
Because you work on it's the songs that you're gonna release
Yeah,
at the end of the
exactly.
day, so you have to play them.
Yeah.
But-
we haven't played them enough.
Yeah.
Like we love them and we're very proud of them. We really want to take them further we can,
Yeah.
So we're still working on that and working on the show and working.
Yeah, it is a show. I was gonna say show is a nice word for it. It's not like it's really like a lot happening.
We love that.
Yeah.
We actually love that, and we really want to like develop that in our concerts. We would love to have a light show, play a lot with the lights, with the decoration. I don't know how you say that, like scenography. Is that a word in English?
Scenery.
Scenery?
I don't even know.
Well, I mean, like you choreograph the concert at the end of the day, and we have we haven't done that in Paris, but we have a little table, a few chairs that are quite particular, and our lava lamps.
Yeah, the lava lamps I saw that was on the stage.
Yeah.
It's nice.
We have 2 of them for now. Maybe we'll got more.
It's cool. You're creating your world, like your people come to a concert, but they come into kind of your world, like.
Yeah. Then sometimes it's a bit tricky because we don't want to seem too how do you say that? Like cheesy on stage.
I understand.
We don't want people to feel like, oh, how cute.
They're trying this
but
because...
it happened to us once in one concert that a guy came to us from another band that played after us.
Okay.
And he was like, it was so cute. You guys were so cute on stage. And I was like, what?
That's not what we wanted to hear.
No, I mean, there are cute moments.
Yeah.
But it's, like you said,
like
have energy.
Thing too. It's like,
and we were like, what do you mean we were cute?
Yeah.
You know? He said that a bit like you say that to a child, and we were like,
oh, that's
okay.
cute what you did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would
be like,
I would hate it.
No, but I think
you're cute.
No, but I think it came from a good place.
Yeah.
I think he meant.
But I was gonna say, did you guys start off doing like your songs, or did you guys start with like covers and?
We started with our songs.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, our first concert was like the group had existed for 3 months, I think, and we played I think half an hour or 20 minutes, and we played a few of our songs that have nothing to do with what they are today. I have to say,
the same songs.
Yeah, the same songs.
Okay.
Yesterday, I saw like a video from the first concert, and I was like, oh my god, really nothing. We didn't.
That was cute. It was cute before.
Yeah, it was cute. We didn't have the guitar.
And
we didn't have the trombone. So the trumpet was very differently used.
Yeah.
And he used to play very different things. And now it works better.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask more about you specifically, like before the group, how you got into music, because you have like an incredible ear, I feel like. In class, I always hear you like sing stuff, even just for information. We had a class together where I had to bring a Turkish song. And people worked on it the last lesson, but you came here, you had heard it for the first time, and you were singing back the lines, and I was like, she's singing them like perfectly.
Because I think it was the sound was more resemblant to Spanish music.
Yeah.
I think that was
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, Spanish music. So tell me about what kind of music kind of got you into music in the first place.
Well, that's a hard question. I think when I was a child, when I was 3 years old, my parents, they made us do some piano. So we started music very early. Then we stopped for a while, and then I started doing violin when I was 8 back in Spain. And I liked it. I've always loved music. I've always wanted to be a singer. But
you didn't want to be a violin player, like professional?
No. Actually, I wanted to stop violin after the first year, but I had one of my best friends. I met her in a conservatory, and we were together in violin class. And she begged me to not stop. Like, she was like, you cannot leave me alone. You cannot stop. And I didn't stop. She ended up stopping a few years later, after I came to France.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you miss being in Spain?
In Spain, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's a tricky question because I do miss it, and at the same time, my life's here now. I've been here for 7 years.
Do you go back like frequently?
I try to go back at least once a year.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's far, but it's not that far.
Yeah.
It's okay. So, my life is here now, and I do have some friends back there, but
yeah, your group is here.
They've constructed their lives without me, and
that's so sad.
It's a bit sad, yeah.
But I feel it. I feel like we all feel it. Yeah. Leaving some place and going to another place, creating a new life.
It's weird. I was just thinking about it yesterday because there are like two parts of me that cannot live together. Like one part of me that's Spanish, that has a sense of humor, that has a way of talking, that has a...
Is it a different sense of humor? Is it like...
Yeah, it's a bit different.
How?
Because, I don't know, just don't make the same jokes.
Yeah,
or
I understand what you mean.
Even with the language.
Yeah.
You don't use the language the same way, you know?
Yeah. You feel like a bit of a different person, no? Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you're like...
Different language, different personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of. I grew up in a very particular environment, and I was with very particular people with a very particular mentality
Okay.
and way of thinking that is very far from the one that I have today and the one that my friends and the people around me have
In
here.
what sense?
Well, at the end of the day, Andalusia, I don't know how you say that in English. Andalusia, south of Spain.
Yeah. Yeah, but that is Dara for geography, bro. It's not.
Like, how do you say it? Well, yeah, we're not as modern as French people
It's more
are.
conservative,
Yeah,
more
much more, yeah.
religious, maybe, or no?
Yeah, more religious. Well, Spain
Yeah.
in general is more
Yeah.
religious, more conservative, more traditional.
Mm.
And they have I don't know, like a way of living that is quite different than here in Paris.
Do you
a
like
very-
traditional music, or are you more?
traditional music?
Yeah.
I love it. I didn't grow up listening to a lot of flamenco. My parents are not very that much into that. More now, I feel like now that we're far from home, I guess we are more attached to our origins and to our roots. I feel it's very weird.
I
It's a
understand
weird
that
thing.
when you leave home, you become like, wait, my identity.
Right.
I start listening to stuff that's very traditional that I would never listen to when
Yeah.
I was back home.
Yeah.
Like back home, I would listen to more like modern music that's coming out in Turkey. But then when I come here, I want to listen to more traditional
It
Turkish
just
music.
feels like
I'm like, I want, you want to find that home, so you go into that stuff that's like so traditional, so like, I don't know how to even say it, like something from another time that's
definitely.
that's my home, even though you weren't even born at that period when that music
but
was made.
it has the sound of the place, you know. It has the sound of the traditions, of the festivities, of the people, of the ground,
of the life. Yeah. And I feel like you appreciate it more when you grow up.
Yeah,
it's like a thing where you're like, I don't know, you realize that the music that's different is what's important. That there was this stuff that's like specific to this music that's not in this other music. That's why I like that in our class that we get to like kind of
that's cool.
gonna get to like talk about our own music, because every place has like such. That's why I love when you sing in Spanish too. I feel like it brings in so much stuff that we're not used to hearing. And I don't know, I feel like we should celebrate more like music and sounds from different cultures and different places.
Yeah. That's something I love about Nodz, is that they're so open to me singing in Spanish and
it sounds beautiful. They should be.
and it's funny because the last concert one concert we did in Paris, the sound engineer, he at the end of the concert he was like, at the end of the sound check he was like, you're not French, right? And I'm not, no, why? Yeah, because you don't sound French when you sing. And it is true that there is a part of the color of the voice that
that's
just
affected
comes
by
from
the accent.
Yeah, by the accent, by the use of the language too, you know. And even if I sing in English, I will not sing the same way as an American person. I will not use my voice in the same way. Yeah.
But that's what makes it special. If everyone sounded like they're from America, then what's the point?
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to ask about that too. Why do you guys do music in English, do you think? Like the majority of your songs are in English.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
I think at the beginning it was because it was easier for me to write in English. Like when you write in your own language, everything feels so much more like personal, intense.
Yeah.
And like there's nothing that can protect you from the emotion. I don't know if that makes sense.
You're too vulnerable, maybe. Like
exactly. Yeah. It feels too.
It's like a diary.
And so at the beginning you start writing in a way that you put a barrier between the emotion and you, so you don't feel it too much. You don't sound too involved in it. And now also because it's the only language I can speak that, so my French friends and my Spanish friends can understand, and I think it's important for me to keep doing that. I don't think I'll be able to write in French.
Yeah.
Not for now. not for a long time. I think it's hard. It's very hard
Yeah.
French language to write in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
I find that very hard.
I agree.
Yeah, and yeah, that's why like you have to choose a way to communicate to everybody.
Yeah.
Because if I sing in Spanish, my friends here they don't understand.
I get that, but I'm like,
I sing in German.
I'm like, yeah, at the end of the day, if we only listen to English music because that's what we understand, it's like you lose everything that's beautiful about another language that comes in, like and metaphors and stuff. So even with us, I feel like almost all our songs are in English, but I'm like, it's nice to bring in languages when we can. But I think English is still, you want to be understood when you're doing a concert. So I think that's why we use English a lot too.
Yeah, you want to talk to the people.
You want to talk to
in
the
front of you,
people and want them to
definitely,
understand.
You want to watch in their
Yeah.
eyes that they understand. They understand what they're seeing or they're hearing.
That's true.
You know.
Because lyrics, you write lyrics, so you want people to feel them, but also understand them.
Yeah, you don't want it. You want it to feel like a conversation.
Yeah.
When you're playing in front of people.
That's hard to do if they don't understand the language.
Yeah, it is.
But
But at the same time,
it's
music,
another thing when you
music communicates
exactly.
in a very deep way.
Yeah,
What?
because I feel like when you were singing Spanish, I have no idea what you were singing about, you know. But you're like, I'm like, there's emotion there that I can relate to, even though. But that's why I'm someone who loves to like go and translate songs. Like for Bad Bunny's album, we were listening to with Zara. I was like translating the lyrics.
I was like, she showed me the words in English.
So sad, bro.
So sad.
And
If you translate everything, you'll be shocked.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want to.
He says some good things. You're like, what?
But that's the thing for me. I feel like I miss out on a
It's
part of
really
it
good.
if I don't understand. But I like reggaeton that it's like it's sensual. But then hearing his like emotional stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't think
Yeah.
that this was like that.
That album is very particular.
It's
The fact that he makes it with the salsa and
Yeah.
with so many other rhythms was
beautiful
nice.
album.
Yeah.
But even with Zara's music, like I'll go and translate it, and I'm like,
I want the translation. Can you please send me it?
The problem is the translation.
you can't translate it 100%. That's the problem.
It
Well, yeah.
sounds so stupid when you translate it. I'm like, wow.
I get that. But
I get that too.
I get that,
But
but
at least
I still want the translation.
But you still like it. Still gives you a sense of what you're talking about.
I feel like I have to make a translation, or that would be cool to have a translation where you actually translate it, but probably you would change it, like the phrase.
Yeah, you can't translate word for word because
No,
sometimes it's like a metaphor.
It's even slang-ish, if I can say. Like, I cut
Yeah.
words because I just cut them, and German people will understand what I mean.
Yeah, it's so hard to translate. No,
Uh,
like that's why when I first came into France and I was listening to French rap, I was like, I couldn't even understand because it's like there's so much stuff in this language that people cut off. Like people.
No, it's horrible. I don't. I still don't understand
Yeah.
rap. I've been here for 7 years. It's exhausting.
But I feel like your lyrics in English, it's a good starting point for people to understand. But then when if you do put out like Spanish stuff, I feel like it's also nice to get people to have to do the effort and translate it.
Yes.
Like you see who really wants to like understand.
Our next single is in Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
we're trying to.
Inc-
We're actually writing a little more in Spanish now.
Do they understand or not at all? Does anyone else speak Spanish in the group?
Well, the guitarist a little bit, and
Yeah.
then we were we spend so much time together that they
They pick up
they
stuff.
end up
They end up-
understanding some stuff. I end
Yeah.
up speaking a little bit.
I don't know if you would want to talk. I actually wanted to ask, but I don't know if you don't want, I can cut it. But you play with your boyfriend.
Right.
Does that create ever like? Is that ever a thing in your mind where like? Okay, it's so bad to say.
Go
this,
ahead, go
But
ahead.
like, what if you guys fight? Like
Right.
when you guys fight, because like everyone fights in relationships. I fight with Zara all the time. I fight with my boyfriend. Like you fight with the people you love.
All
But
that time.
do you think you guys are kind of like, but we're professional enough that even if we're not in the best mood,
We try.
we try to
We
be.
try. We definitely try. There are easier days than others, but we don't like. We haven't fight.
Had a big yeah.
No. And we try to put that aside when we're rehearsing, and we are very aware, both of us, that we do not want our relationship to be centered in the group. We do not want it to appear a lot in the band life. And we're all friends in the group, like
Yeah.
7 of us. We love each other. I live with the pianist. She's my roommate.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so we really love each other. But
Oh my god, I'm so jealous.
which means that sometimes we do fight
Of
because
course.
we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, that's natural consequences.
Yeah, so we do fight and we do have big disagreements, but yeah, so my relationship, it just comes like that too. Like we do disagree sometimes, but we know where to put it aside.
Happens to everyone, every
Right.
friendship, every relationship. Just
Of
because
course.
you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's crazy that you guys live together with a pianist.
yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah, we have the third roommate that studies cinema in the
Oh,
same university as us, and it's cool. It's a very cool thing.
that's nice.
Yeah.
You wait, you didn't answer my question on what the
What
name means.
is, right? So
You're gonna leave that mystery just there?
when we started the band, we realized that we were always doing this.
Nodding.
So yeah, it comes from to nod,
Oh my god.
and from that Nodz. It was going to be the name of song, but then we just didn't like match with the song, and we ended up using it as a band name.
Oh wow. So Nodz was
With
actually a
the-
song name in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beginning, yeah.
It's like us, Confessions by Confessions.
But it makes more sense. That
Mm.
makes more sense.
We were even like, should we name the EP? But then we were like, it's too much.
Confessions
By
by
Confessions
Confessions
on
on
Confessions. No, I think it's nice. And I think Nodz is a nice, like, it's short, but it's like, what does that mean? And
Yeah.
it's like, and now everyone knows what it means.
Although when I hear my Spanish friends say that, it just feels
Okay.
weird.
How do they say it?
They pronounce it weirdly.
Wow.
I didn't understand what she was doing.
Wow. I just wanted to be in the video.
She wants to be in the montage. She wants to get her credit.
It's the Nodz phone. Like, you can call anyone from the band.
Oh shoot!
No, not really, but exactly.
I'm gonna do a close up after.
Just did one.
No, I'm
make
gonna
it
do. Who? Okay, fuck.
So it's a shaker.
Okay, can we maybe?
Shit.
Hello. Hello.
Who's the
No,
person
don't do
who's least likely to answer a phone call in the group? It'll cause some drama.
that. Honestly, I think the trumpet. Like, Mathieu.
Ah.
Yeah, he doesn't answer that much.
Okay, can I call
Call
people from?
Susan.
It's only people from Nodz that I can call?
Yeah.
No shit.
Okay, she said no.
Why? Who do you want to call?
I was gonna test. But
Wait, try.
I think if you call the bass, someone might answer here.
Hello.
hello, is this Zuza?
Who the fuck are you? Why do you keep
This
calling
is-
me? Stop harassing me. Goodbye. Beep, 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 beep.
Not very
Why
nice.
she didn't answer? No, but actually, this is I
That's
love
cool.
this. The color is nice too. Wow, I wasn't in the microphone at all.
Yeah, I wanted to say like the mic is just an accessory.
Oh my god. Okay, should we do a mini music video where
Yeah. Yeah,
Go.
let's fucking
Let's
go.
go.
Todo sentimiento